10 biggest gym douchebags. Are you one of those people who see gym as a refuge or a place to blow off your steam? Congrats, there are millions like you. But to our utter horror, not everyone thinks that way. To some people, a trip to the local sweat-a-teria is a place to get confused and take it out on others. Yikes! They are self-obsessed, narcissistic, and worse still, the typical gym douchebag. If you've been hitting the gym often, then you've probably met one or more of these classic characters. In case you're yet to meet them, we're here to describe in detail their main traits so that you know where to run. Number 10, the banger. If you're doing deadlifts or pendlay rows, then we understand that banging weights on the ground is required to some extent. But there will be one guy who lifts the smallest weight and bangs it on the ground with full force. We're talking about the guy who would bench press 25 pounds and makes himself known to the whole gym because of the outburst that follows his banging. If you're that guy, do you really think it makes you look badass? Grow up. You look nothing but an idiot who is overly excited about his gym debut. Number 9, the creeper. This is the guy who pretends to be doing bicep curls right outside of the woman's spin class. There'll be like a 10-pound weight in his hand, and for the 100 repetitions that he'll be doing, his eyes will be glued to the window. We've all been tempted to ask this man if he could stop stalking and focus more on his workout, but better sense prevailed and we kept shut. But like really, man, we know whose booty you're checking out, because even if you think you aren't being subtle about it. Number 8, the has-been. Now, we aren't against people who are in their late 40s trying to work out and reduce that beer gut hanging in front of their pants. We would be happy to have them as company and even compliment them on their motivation to turn their life around. But the problem is that some of them aren't quite interested in transforming themselves. Most of them would prefer bragging about the good old days, when they could give Arnold a run for his money. Wearing old-school bodybuilder gloves, he would spend time talking about the time he could lift like the Hulk instead of trying to recreate that time. Number 7, the boxer. Chances of spotting him are less, but you gotta be prepared just in case. So this is the guy who seems to be highly influenced by boxing, so much so that he is always punching air. There'll be left hooks and jabs, in between which are followed by poorly executed roundhouse kicks. We wouldn't have been bothered had he taken his punching and jabbing to the boxing ring or even the Zumba class. But no, he decides to come in everybody's way and stop them from having a decent workout. We're here to sweat it out and not bleed it out, so keep those blows in control. Number 6, the weight matcher. You'd meet the overly competitive guy in the gym every now and then. He's the one who will try to mimic your reps while increasing the weights. Let's assume you have your shoulder day and you're doing lateral raises with a moderate weight of around 30. This guy, who was doing curls, sees you and suddenly decides that it's shoulder day for him as well, and barges in the scene with a weight in the 50s. There wasn't any warm-up in the picture, and the form was flailing, but who cares? Someone please tell this guy that form over weight is the better choice any day. Number 5, the attention girl. Did you think that this list is exclusively about boys? Well, it isn't, because here we have a girl, finally. If you're a regular to the gym scene, then you have obviously seen this girl around. She is the one who's practicing stiff leg deadlifts with 5-pound weights. Now, you know very well that this workout is doing nothing to improve her form, and you want to shout it out to her. But let better sense prevail and keep your trap shut, because she isn't here to tone. She is looking for some attention. You might want to grace her with some after all. Yoga pants are the best invention for humans. But for most of the others, they are better off without this distraction. Number 4, the ego. If you see a guy torturing all the exercises he's doing, then you found Mr. Ego. He's the weightlifter who's attempting to curl 80-pounders with improper form or trying to bench press using reps that go less than an inch down. Somehow, he's unable to get a single thing through his head that he's going too heavy. He probably even knows it, but reducing the bar is not possible because his ego is standing in the way. Reducing weights and practicing proper form will lead to progression. How many of you have been tempted to shout this in his ear? Number 3, the rapper. This individual is surely there at your gym because he's everywhere. You know who we're talking about, right? The guy who feels that he must rap every song on his playlist, even though he's at the gym where the focus should be on the workout. But he couldn't care less because he feels that if there's anyone after Eminem who can rap, it is him. Or maybe he thinks that he's the perfect blend of Jay-Z, Drake, Lamar, and 50 Cent. Whatever be his reason, his hands are in constant movement while he covers his ears with the oversized and overpriced headphones. He's even doing some hand moves between sets. That's what we were expecting. Number 2, the hazard. He may come in many shapes and sizes, but what remains constant about these guys is that they are dangerous. He's probably the 120-pound guy who is trying to clean and jerk 400 pounds with extremely sketchy form. Or maybe that guy you saw attempting to bench 405 with no spotter when he clearly can't even hit 315. You can well imagine how dangerous this guy is to himself and possibly others as well. You may feel the need to save him, but remember that you could injure yourself in the process. After all, Olympic lifts should be performed several feet away from the nearest person or not at all. Number 1, the wannabe personal trainer. If you're anything like us, then you head to the gym with the hope that you will get through your workout without any feedback from the peanut gallery. A lot of us are out there, but there's a whole gang in the world that attempts to ruin our workout with their unsolicited advice. We're talking about that guy in the gym who has something to say about everybody's exercise and is happy to help you with the right technique. This guy is particularly interested in helping a girl with his prized knowledge about the gym equipment and other tips. He'd probably get so close that the rest of the group begin to feel uncomfortable. Do you want to add any more douchebags to this list? Tell us in the comments section below. Subscribe to our channel if you like this video, and while you're here, check out our other videos and tell us what you think of them. You can also find us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Thanks for watching.